Kanye West was here, whether he was actually here, because there was rumors yesterday that he was here too. But yes, I can confirm that he was here at the courthouse.
Kanye West was here, whether he was actually here, because there was rumors yesterday that he was here too. But yes, I can confirm that he was here at the courthouse today. Not Kanye West showing up to Diddy's trial in the same outfit he wore to Diddy's all-white freak-off parties to intimidate the victim on the stand, because he also freaked off with her and is afraid that she'll spill all his tea, too. The victim, who was going by the alias Jane Doe, used to be Diddy's freak-off princess up until the day he got arrested, and she didn't hold back from getting on that stand and spilling all the tea she had on Diddy. People were initially confused as to why Kanye would randomly decide to attend this particular trial after missing it all these weeks. But it turns out he attended because he knew Jane Doe would be testifying and he wanted to use his presence to intimidate her. What's crazier is that Kanye showed up in an all-white outfit as if he was attending one of Diddy's all-white freak-off parties. He wasn't even trying to hide his agenda for being there that day. And word on the street is the feds already have some evidence against Kanye, too. But they're still building on it so they can come after him right after they're done with his bestie, Diddy. This mess went down just a few days ago when Kanye made a surprise appearance at Diddy's trial, rocking an all-white outfit which looked like a reference to Diddy's freak-off parties. If y'all remember, some photos from those parties were leaked after Diddy was arrested, and they were very disturbing. Every celebrity you could think of was in attendance, and they were being subjected into doing some wild things for Diddy's pleasure. There was this photo of Diddy pouring champagne on these two S as they touched themselves. There's also this photo of someone from Diddy's entourage in the pool with two as he sucked on their tatas and did intimate things with them. Now, going back to Kanye, he didn't even last 30 minutes in that courtroom. Some people said he ran out because the details of the trial were too graphic for him. But others said he left because Jane Doe recognized him and she was going to call him out. These allegations got even worse when 50 Cent posted this AI pic of him wearing an all-white suit, as well as multiple slides of Kanye's outfit to the trial, and said in the caption, "We are wearing white in honor of the freak-offs. Damn ye, you should have brought your dirty little wife with that Grammys outfit." Not only that, but during the trial, Jane Doe also made some revelations that hinted at her having a freak-off with Kanye and Bianca as well. She said one time while her and Diddy were on a break, she attended the party of a famous rapper with another rapper who she calls Bear. A lot of people believe Bear is Rick Ross. And this isn't surprising because Rick has been rumored to be one of Diddy's freak-off associates. According to Jane Doe, she and Bear went to the party of an unnamed famous rapper and his wife who people believe to be Kanye and Bianca. And during this party, a lot of freaking off went down. She said she even recognized one of the male at the party because the escort had gotten freaky with her and Diddy during a couple of their wild nights. He was on a trip with a different rapper named Bear, and they were in Vegas, and she goes to dinner with this rapper for his wife's birthday, and then afterwards they go to a hotel, and there's an escort that she recognizes they're named Anton. And she's like, "Oh my God, like why are you here? Like I recognize you because she obviously did freak us." So this other celebrity had hired this rapper, this Anton, to have with a woman. So they go to this hotel room, and there's 7 to 8 people, she said, just staring watching. So there's this banging this woman, and there's 7 to 8 people watching. And at one point, she even took her top off. She said because she was in the moment, and the famous rapper went up to her and said, "I think you're very beautiful. I always wanted to F you." Now, not many rappers have wives with birthdays in January. So, you guys can do the math, and you guys can figure out who it is. And guess what? Bianca's birthday is in fact in January. So, take that as you may. Not only that, but last year she was in Vegas with Kanye on her birthday. If 1 + 1 is 2 and 2 + 2 is 4, then what do you call this? Oh, okay. This also explains why Kanye was doing the most on Twitter just a few weeks ago by defending Diddy like his life depended on it. He put out a series of tweets claiming Diddy was innocent and even demanded for him to be released. "Free Puff, Donald Trump. Please free my brother Puff." All these celebrity men and women are P. Y'all watch our brother Rod and never say anything. Kanye even went as far as raising thousands of dollars for Diddy through his clothing line. And once he made enough money and tried to send it to Diddy, but he was told Diddy wasn't allowed to receive any donations. I just found out that Puff is not allowed to make or collect money while he's locked up. So, I'ma send his half of the money to Justin. Just for clarity, they're trying to make an example out of Puff. Me and my brother had our issues, but these white people trying to use Puff. Too scared. I'm neither scared nor brave. This just me. And as if all this wasn't enough, People did some digging and found receipts of Kanye getting exposed for SA and freak-offs just like Diddy was doing. The first receipt people found was an SA allegation that was made against him and Diddy by his ex-assistant Lauren Pisciata. She said she was brutally sawed by Diddy and Kanye after getting invited by them to their studio to hang out while they recorded a few songs. But after a few small sips of the beverage they gave her, she suddenly started to feel disoriented and she felt less in control of her body and speech. She said she initially didn't remember what happened, but she suspected someone had done something to her because she was sore down there and her body felt like it had been touched by someone without her consent. It wasn't until weeks later when Kanye jokingly admitted to hooking up with her at the studio. Lauren said she was confused by this because as far as she was concerned, she never did anything intimate with him, at least not consensually. That's when it clicked that Kanye and Diddy had SA her, and Kanye was now trying to gaslight her into thinking it was a consensual hookup. Right after Lauren's accusations, a model called Jennifer and also came out to accuse Kanye of saying her during the filming of a music video in 2011. According to Jennifer, Kanye was a featured artist on the song. But when he came on set, he took over the production and that's when he sawed her in front of the entire crew. He demanded for all the female background actors and models, including Jennifer, to line up in the hallway and then proceeded to pull 2 chairs near the camera, position them across from each other and instructed Jennifer to sit in the chair in front of the camera. He then, towering over her, began to choke her with one hand, wrapped his other hand around her neck, and continued to strangle her with both hands. He smothered her face with both of his hands, which smeared her makeup. He then rammed several fingers down her throat, continuously moving them in and out, and gagged her to emulate forced oral acts. By the end of this craziness, Jennifer struggled to breathe and felt as if she had temporarily blacked out. She also said her face was covered in saliva and smeared makeup. And then there was also this singer named Nikki Heaton who accused both Kanye and Diddy of saying her. Just like Kanye's ex-assistant Nikki too said she was in the studio with them when the alleged SA happened. Nikki said they locked her in the studio once they realized she was the only girl in there with them and took turns sing her. Immediately, I felt like there was something weird because there's always drinks. There's always that the vodka and the mixer is just like sitting on the table. But we walk in and immediately, and Diddy hands me a drink. Kanye hands Lauren a drink, and we're like, that's weird. Like, why are they serving us? And Kanye kept looking at Lauren and like they were exchanging glances, and I'm like, they're like watching me strangely. I'm like, okay, let me pretend to drink and like I'm not actually doing it. And like that seemed to like make them happy, like me like pretending to like join in. And immediately I'm like, there's something in this drink. There's something in this drink. And I didn't know what to do. And I like my manager was like across the room, but like close enough, but like not next to me. So I couldn't like whisper to her. But I wanted to tell her, I'm like, hey, don't, drink this. There's something wrong with this. But I couldn't. So I reach for my phone and I start to type and Kanye takes the phone out of my hands and he's like, who are you texting? Like you don't need to text anyone. Like we're having a party. And I was like, okay. And he like puts it on one of the speakers and I'm like, now what do I do? I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I see my manager take a sip and I'm like, and then I see her take another sip. 2 sips out of this little vodka cranberry cup. And I'm like, oh, I'm in the studio. The music's low. The lights are dim, but you can still like see everything. And I realize that I'm in the studio with Diddy and Kanye, and they're both off there, __. And there's 3 other men, an executive that works with Kanye, his engineer, and his cousin, and me. And I haven't started freaking out yet. They have realized that I'm the only girl in the room. And they start coming towards me, and they're like, H, don't you want to take your clothes off? Like, it's so hot in here. And I'm like, no, fine.